from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from Houston. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Stroud looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 11. Wide Tony.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stroud working out of the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's Stroud. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Stroud to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Stroud will look to throw once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Stroud. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Stroud out of the gun here. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The throwing again is Stroud. He finds his running back, Mixon. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
A gain of 14. And the first down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Mahomes going to change things up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
It's Mixon on the counter.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That's good for the Texans. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. That is caught by Dell.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Take Dell, 35 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good to make it 17-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive first and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they'll change things up. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. On play action, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 26 yards. And a first down on the Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Why, Tony?
Stroud back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. Still going inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
First down, Chiefs.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
45 ticks remain as they come up on a 2nd down. Mahomes.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This is 1st and 10. Now Stroud.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Here's 1st down. Here's Stroud.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.